What's going on, guys? Many of y'all know deer season is upon us. We've got about 2 weeks in Virginia, and I've still got quite a bit to get done. Got a stand hung yesterday evening after work. Planning on doing that today, but decided to get it done last night. We got a blind that needs brushing in. Maybe throwing another lock on today. But first things first, we got to run to Academy or Bass Pro. I got to pick up a sight for my bow. Long story short, the winded screw on my sight no longer usable. It's stripped out. Is that my fault? Maybe. Can I probably just replace the screw? Probably. But we're gonna go find a new sight. I'll pick y'all back up when we get where we're going. We have made it to Academy. We're gonna run in here, see what the options are. I think they only carry TruGlo and Trophy Ridge, so we may end up heading to Bass Pro, but we may just find us a budget option for now until I get the new rest stabilizer and get me some new arrows cut for the bow. But we'll see you inside. They don't have a very huge selection here. Looks like they've got 4 or 5 different options. I was kind of leaning toward a 1-pin sight, but something like this doesn't seem too bad. And for the price, it'd probably be all right. 4 pins, that'd get me out to 50 yards. I believe I have decided on the 5-pin. We have made it back to the truck. Academy was a freaking madhouse. It just opened maybe a week ago, so people are packed in there like sardines right now. Have a lot of good deals going on though. But we ended up going with the Trophy Ridge Volt 5-pin. It's got the light on it, fiber optic. You know, cheap option for now till we get some better arrows, get them cut, get a good rest on there, get it all paper tuned. Probably gonna go with the, sorry about that. Probably gonna go with the 1-pin sight here pretty soon. But in the meantime, we're gonna get this thing shooting right and get ready for deer season. So we have made it. I'm gonna get the bow out of the truck. I'm gonna get the new sight put on. Pap's got some broadheads I'm gonna help him put together. And I believe I'm gonna go brush in that blind and maybe hang another stand. Still pretty hot. I don't wanna shoot first and start getting fatigued, you know, in this heat. It was about 90 degrees today. So I'll catch up with you in a little bit. All right, we're up here at the food plot. We're gonna be brushing a blind in. I've killed several deer out of this spot. We've been putting this food plot in here for a couple years now. There's actually a bigger field I'll show you here in just a minute. It's kind of grown up. We haven't mowed it yet this year. But those deer always usually come through that bigger field and funnel right down here into this food plot. We've got a box blind up there you can hunt both fields out of. It's about 10, 12 foot in the air. Only downside is you can't draw back a compound bow in that blind because it's not wide enough. So we're gonna brush a ground blind in right on the edge of this food plot. Hopefully be able to get it done with the compound this year. I believe we're gonna stop right here. We've got the sides pretty well taken care of. Got a big down branch right in front of it. Looks pretty good from a distance. Once all this greenery starts dying off, it'll blend in with the background of the blind a little bit better. But hopefully, should give us about a 15 to 20 yard shot, any deer that come into this food plot. And we'll have the back shut up, the side shut up, and we'll have this front part and one corner window open over there. That'll give us a full view of this food plot and a very heavily used trail coming off the right side to be able to watch, see if the deer's coming in. We're definitely gonna have to be quiet because a lot of times they'll come in from the back. But hopefully we'll be able to get it done here. I believe we're in a pretty good spot. I would like to get it just a little bit more brushed in, but I honestly think this is more than enough. So we're gonna stop right here. I believe it's gonna work. So we've jumped inside the blind here. We're gonna get these back windows closed up. I'm gonna show y'all the view we have right quick. So this is what we're gonna be watching, this food plot here. That feeder is 20 yards away, which we can't bait deer here in Virginia. So I've had that thing empty since a little over a month ago. So that will be taken down before season. But we're gonna have this corner window open here, these three right here. That'll give us a full view of the food plot. Even if I left these back windows open, you couldn't see. But always when you're deer hunting in a blind, you always want behind you blacked out. You really want to wear black or something that matches the background, a dark color, because that deer will catch your movements going in front of those open windows. So we're about 20 yards from the blind right now. Everything I've got piled on it, it looks completely naked right now. But like I said, once all that green starts dying, all those branches I got piled up around it and all those leaves, when they start turning brown, that's going to blend in really nicely with all that background, with all that greenery in behind it. Now we have a skid steer on the way, and my grandfather was talking about smoothing out another place down toward the bottom to get a flat spot, plant a little food plot, little throw and grow mix out. I'm gonna go down there and take a look at it. We may throw a hang on stand up, I'm not 100% sure yet, but we're gonna take a look at that real quick. All right, so this is the area. Kind of hard to tell, it's just a huge flat right here. Right above the goat pen, their house is actually about 100 yards down the hill. But these deer come out of these fields over on the other person's property, the neighbor's property. They come right down through here, and they tore this up last year. Funneled right down to his sawmill, was eating out of that field. So we were gonna clear all this out, put a food plot in, and I think it's gonna be a really good spot. We're gonna check on some of these trees, see what a good view is gonna be if we get to hang on stand up. There's a couple double trees toward the other side. I'm thinking that's gonna be a pretty good spot. We're gonna pull over and take a look at that real quick. I believe that big double tree is gonna be a pretty good bet. It's sitting right here at the edge of this clearing. There's actually a trail that comes down right through here, and then it goes right down the fence row all the way down to the bottom of the ridge. It's gonna give us a nice view of this whole area once it gets nice and opened up. I may not hang the stand yet. I may wait till we get all this cleared out just to get a better view of what we got going on. But we're gonna head back down to the house, let it cool off a little bit, and we're gonna get these bows sighted in. All right, we got a target set up. Gonna start working on a 20-yard pin. Should be pretty close. I shot it at 8 yards before we came up here. Start slinging them, we'll see. Not my best group. Not terrible though. We're gonna shoot one more group and then we might bump it to the left a little bit. Take those first two out of the equation, I would say that's a pretty good group. I am going to come down just a touch though, then we're going to move to 30 yards. I pulled that. That's pretty good.
See if I hit that number on the left, on the right hand side.
I will. Go check. All right, 20's dialed in, dead on. I believe 30 is as close as we're gonna get it tonight. I'm getting pretty shaky, getting tired. It's been a long day, but we're shooting pretty close. We got 2 here. I believe I definitely pulled that when I felt it. I believe we're pretty close to 30. We're gonna sling a few at 40, make sure it's close, and we're gonna call it a night. What we got? Let's go see what we did. Like I said, I hadn't bow hunted in a long time. Well, I did kill the ram with that bow a couple weeks ago, but like you saw earlier in the video, we just put that new sight on. I've got less than an hour behind that bow since I've owned it. So, yeah, not very good, but elevation's decent. Looks like we might be, I don't know, inch or two high. The windage, that's definitely me. That bow's tuned. Nothing wrong with the bow at all. That's definitely me. So we'll come back out here fresh another day. See what we got. We're just gonna end it right here. I'm wore out, ready to call it a day. Thank y'all for watching. Like, subscribe. No, I'm not a very big channel, but maybe one day we'll get there. Y'all take it easy.